New map to explore with new quests. A lot of the interesting areas were to the south of this. Let's check the no. Let's go to the south. I need to check if we can get new equipment. Farmers market. Maury's Meat Emporium. And there's nothing here. Quirks and Forks. Royal Apartments. No. Prestige International. So that would be a place to hire mercenaries. Bino Dragon. No, don't want to go to Larry's Lounge. That's why I click confirm. Larry's Lounge is a high-class club that is open all hours of the day and night. Pounding bass music and expensive liquor flow freely here, as the glitterati of Seattle mingle and party together. This will be a good place to find contacts and fixtures, and Harry Johnson, the man Gudrak sent you to meet, will be found here. Don't expect bar fights and whores. The bouncers handle the former, while expensive escorts replace the latter. Shopping. We need at least better armor. Hmm. Shopping mall. The Uptown Shopping Mall features a number of high-end stores and outfitters. Automatic doors whisk open silently as shoppers approach, and soft music and the sounds of water trickling give a soothing backdrop to the place. You can find medical services here as well as a weapon shop, a magic shop, and an outfitter who specializes in Shadowrunner gear. This is where the wealthy go to redistribute their income. This is where you'll find most everything you need for your runs. Blue tint again. I can live with this, at least I can see. Roger Wood. One of the local businessmen gets your attention as you walk past. Ah, this must be the infamous Smiley. I was hoping you'd turn up soon. What is it you need? I need a team with your skills to help me out of a bad situation I find myself in. My nephew got himself mixed up in the wrong crowd, thinking himself some sort of a hot wreck Shadowrunner. Ended up getting himself held for ransom. Gang figured he was from uptown, probably has some rich court father with a big wallet. Well, he don't. I personally couldn't care a bit less for the little schmuck and his father, but my sister is in bad shape over it. For her, I'll help. The problem is the contract is currently with Prestige International. They're a merc outfit up here. Their costs are astronomical, even if way less than the ransom. They took the contract, but on the caveat they do it when they had the runners available. They appear to be heavily booked and short of available mercs. Which means it could take too long for my nephew. If you have the chance, go and speak to the local boss of Prestige International at their headquarters here. Yeah, I think there's a comma between the Prestige and International for reasons. Offer to take the contract yourself directly. If you do it, be sure to come back and see me. I have a special reward for you if you get him out alive. Frankly, I'd hire you directly on the strength of Kuldrak's recommendation, but I had to put the fee up as a deposit already, so they are sitting on my money right now. I'll consider it. Dusty. Uptown Doctor. So what's the cost of using her? $100 for 200 health. Cyberware. She doesn't. Range combat and rifle. Range combat and shotgun. Range combat and pistol. This could theoretically be very useful. Actually, I'm going to buy it and test something. Body dodge and movement +1. Do we have the karma for it? Not really, no. No, I'll test it later. I wasn't gonna buy it anyway at the moment. Nurse. You walk up to a salesman in a lab coat. Hey, are you interested in picking up a home medkit dispensing unit? State-of-the-art machinery. It can give you medkits in the privacy of your own home or office, limited only by materials and pharma laws. You won't be able to pull morphine whenever you want, but it's still pretty nice. Tell me more about this machine. The home medkit dispenser unit is a state-of-the-art nanotech assembly unit that provides the owner with a constant supply of basic first aid and trauma equip EQIP. Okay, I'm not going to focus on these spelling mistakes anymore. And trauma equipment. Over time, it will resupply, and maybe once a year you'll need to replace consumables inside of it. We offer a complete home delivery and installation for 500 yuan. The machine will generate one basic medkit after most missions. The machine will be installed into the safe house. Why would I do that? Those things are horrible. Okay, what do you sell? You walk up to a well-appointed salesman. Hello, are you interested in purchasing an Aris home ordnance vending machine? I'm afraid if you are looking to buy normal weapons, you'll need to speak to the man behind the counter. Tell me about the vending machine. Ah, the area's home ordnance vending machine is a state-of-the-art nanotech assembly unit that provides the owner with a constant supply of explosive weaponry. Over time, it will create for you new grenades of your choosing, and it only needs to resupply once every few years, few months. Okay, not even remotely interested. Welcome to Self-Defense Unlimited. Can I show you my wares? We have silenced weapons and all manner of martial equipment implements. Okay. Low-grade weapons. So this is the sort of crap I already had. Silence version. I wonder what's the difference. Is it only that if you want to try to sneak, you can still shoot people and it doesn't create an alarm? Okay, this is shit. I'm not interested in that. Upgrade. Ares Predator with a silencer. Classic. A premium heavy pistol includes a silencer. It's probably cheaper than the Browning Max Power, but it has a higher cap and the silencer. Ares Crusader MP. A medium-class machine pistol with high-capacity magazine. Yeah, I'm thinking of taking that. It's a revolver. Old school revolver that gives increased damage but less combat options. 14 points. But the max power already has 12. The difference isn't great. Yeah, I want the machine pistol. See what it does. They're incredibly expensive. I'm giving up on the shotgun. There's no absolute need to do that, but I'd like to keep my options open, and I don't really have a use for the shotgun. Okay, anything else? Burst fire. 2 attacks in 1 action, lowered accuracy, critical damage, uses 6 bullets. So we can basically do double tap. That's actually suckier than double tap. Uses 6 bullets. I don't know if this is worth it. The thing is, we are like we're literally 1 karma point away from getting the double tap. 2 attacks on a single target increased critical hit. So it's basically the same thing, except instead of having all the negatives, you have an increased critical hit chance. So, no, I don't want to waste my money on that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe there's something I'm missing from that, but maybe it'd be better for. Did we talk to him? Roger Wood. Probably yes. Yep. So there's nothing for us here. Magic window. Outfits. Yeah, I think we have an armor of 3 at the moment. We'd upgrade it to 6. Stealth, dodge and movement. Throwing weapons and movement. Willpower spellcasting. Intelligence decking. Charisma spirit summoning. Intelligence drone control. Intelligence ESP control. Intelligence, charisma, hit points. Willpower, strength, quickness and 5 healed hit points. I'll take the Ganger mask. It looks ridiculous, but gives bonuses where we really need them. And doubles the effectiveness of armor. It just looks ridiculous. I don't get why armor couldn't be more of a customizable thing. So you basically buy the stats package, but you can change the look or whatever to whatever you want. Okay, doesn't look like there's any real upgrades for us here, and we still have 6,400 left. Yeah, these equipment boosts don't show up here in any way, so they're not gonna help. They help in the sense that some things require your stats to be at a certain level before you can even use it. So there it certainly should just shine. The abilities themselves have to be bought through natural karma. Okay, back to exploring. Let's see if we can basically gather up some additional optional quests. We paid for the sidekick. It would be great if we could actually use her for something. Maybe the optional quest we already have. That's certainly a possibility. What is this? Sunset Apartments. Maybe we should actually visit some of those. I'm not going to go in anywhere at this point. I just want to take a look around, see if we can find people here outside we can talk to. Because if I go inside somewhere, I'll immediately lose. Basically, if the fog of war returns, I have no idea where I've been. So, let's see if we can quickly reveal everything. I haven't visited the bar, 2 apartments, and where the shamans are. Naturally not that either. But is that all there is here? Shamans, maybe? No? Where are the shamans? Somewhere here. Living in a boat, maybe. This is where we started. Another apartment building. Techmaster's Den, so no. That's pretty much it though. So, I'm going to visit the place where we have the optional quest. The bar is where we can get more, get the main quest line to move forward. Why is there an elephant here? This brick building gives way to rich wood interior, soft lighting, and high-class decor. This is the uptown headquarters of the local branch of Prestige International, one of the smaller but better-rated mercenary outfits in Seattle. The apparent wealth you see shows this group is doing very well for themselves. And red team. Is part of the... We don't have a main objective yet. JB Gruberman. Sorry, you have to be currently assigned to a mission for Prestige International to purchase consumables from here. Gertrude. An elegantly and expensively dressed elf looks up as you enter the room. Hello. If you have questions, you should speak to Hans in the next room. We did need to sign up with one of these groups. And Hans Gruber. Okay, of course he is. Behind the desk is a nattily dressed man, with the distinctive bulges of body armor visible beneath his suit jacket. Greetings. Welcome to Prestige International. I'm Hans Gruber. Is there something I can help you with? I'm here to ask about the contract for Roger Wood. Yeah, the kidnapping situation. Very sad. We are currently waiting for one of our associates to fill it. But about it, do you want to know? I'd like to handle it directly. Subcontract work, is that it? We've been unable to fill this contract due to a backlog of work currently. Things are busy at the moment. He makes a few keyboard clicks. The facial recognition comes back. Smiley, I presume. We have several recommendations attached to your file by partners of ours. You are acceptable to us, yeah. Very well. The pay is 3,500 upon successful completion. Generally speaking, we offer half up front to handle expenses for our agents and reputable subcontractors. Do you accept? Yes. Okay. Yeah, scene transition. Warning, this will release your site. Excellent. I'll draw up with the contracts for you now. You will want to hire your own support for this mission. It is not likely to be completable solo. Are you ready to start the mission? where you will be given an opportunity to go. Okay, I some time. Again, much appreciated that they're telling to me straight that where the lines are, that if you cross them you lose your sidekick. So we have the decorous community and 2 apartment buildings to go through. Um, I'm hoping that one of the apartment buildings maybe offers us trouble. I can't see the streets being open combat on the streets here. Actually, we have the bar too, so maybe there's additional jobs we could get. Royal Apartments. Probably should have gone to the bar first. We could have maybe gotten more than the main mission there. The Royal Apartments are misnamed middle-class housing unit in Seattle. Although way nicer than the Barrens, it's nowhere near as nice as some places here. Still, it's pretty well put together and clean, and at least the interior is decorated, if not entirely tasteful. Not very tastefully. The truly decorated, not covered in trash, litter, or graffiti. One noticeable thing as you enter is the sheer solidity of the structure. Thick cement walls should help to deaden the sound of any mischief that occurs inside. Yeah, can't do anything here. 2 places we can go at some point maybe. I'm heading for the bar. Probably the center hub for the missions here. I'm hoping there's something else besides their bigger missions. Otherwise, I don't see the point of having a sidekick here. Larry's Law. Piranha Redwood. A female orc decorated with shamanistic totems stands here. She appears to have been expecting your arrival. The spirits have shown me your face, runner. You're the one I've been expecting. Expecting for what? You are the ghost slayer, they tell me. You banished the lost ones in the barrens, they whispered to me. We have need of such a man. Beneath the peaceful exterior of this city lay restless souls. Souls of the forgotten and lost, the damned and the murdered. They scream at me at night, haunting my dreams and astral projections. I need someone to help me to end their torment. I lack the strength to do it on my own. Will you be the one to aid me? What exactly do you need done? Come with me into the bowels of the streets. Find the source of this angst and put it to permanent rest. Will you do this for me? I will reward you with powerful bound spirits if you do this. Okay, let's go. Ghost Hunter. Excellent. I will meet you down there when you are prepared. Enter through an old manhole to the south of this place. I will be below when you get ready. Okay. More optional missions. Harry Jones. You approach a human male that matches Kuldrak's description of your contact in Uptown. He's a slightly overweight middle-aged man in a nice suit that's a bit tight around the waist. What can I do for you, friend? You must be Mr. Johnson, I presume. Ah, you must be Smiley. Or you ask, yes, my real name is Mr. Johnson, it's not just a handle. Anyway, I was told you'll be showing up sooner or later. The interests I represent have the same enemies as you. We have 3 separate runs we need you to perform against these enemies. Bone Shamans, the 7th Sign Major, and the Redmond Mafia are our targets. Which run would you like to discuss first? Mafia. Redmond Mafia have a local base of operations in the area I can point you to. The typical office building you'd find around here, except the only thing they manufacture is criminal enterprise. It's a good front, and they will pretend to be a legitimate business when you enter the site. Security is bound to be high-tech and tight, so I'd suggest bringing a decker along to deal with any systems you may run across. If you yourself are an accomplished decker, you could run this one solo, but it will be highly dangerous. I'll need to get you a disguise in that case, for a fee of course. And you must... okay. Tell me about the Bone Shamans. Well, the Bone Shaman have been pilfering corpses from the local morgue. That's going to be your point of entry to where they are currently operating. It's unfortunately our only lead at this time into their activities. They have a deal with the operator of the morgue. Our intelligence indicates he can be swayed to our cause. Convince him to help you, and you should be able to enter the Bone Shaman operation with the element of surprise. You can just kill him and search for intel. The world isn't exactly going to miss this guy. Okay, 7th Sign Magi. The Magi are using a building named Trump-Bull Towers in the area here. It's a very old, luxurious condo complex, and they purchased and taken over. I can provide you with some cover to get into the place quietly, but you'll have your work cut out for you penetrating the place without alarming them. There is a hefty cost, as I'll need to pay off multiple people to get this going. If you don't really care for the cerebral approach, I'm sure you can just shoot your way in. And you... yeah. Righto. Check out the town around here, prepare yourself as you see fit, and then talk to me again when you're ready to take on one of the missions. You can run these in any order you like, but only one will be active at any time. I will pay you 4,000 for each successful run you perform. Deposit it to your account on mission completion. Darlene! A man and a woman are engaged in an animated discussion. You overhear something about BTLs on your way up to the table they are at. They stop talking as you approach and to turn to you. What do you want, chummer? I couldn't help but overhear you mention BTLs. Mac eyeballs you carefully when he hears this. What do you think about BTLs and BTL dealers? Couldn't care less, or scum of the earth? Scum of the earth. Darlene smiles slyly as you say that.
Ain't that the truth, guy? One of our friends is addicted to the awful stuff and we're afraid for them. You just waste away to nothing, pouring all your cash into these fantasies.
Yeah, our friend Roger, totally worried about him. We need to help him, but we don't know how. Darling looks up at you through her long, luscious eyelashes.
You look like someone who can maybe help. You have that 1,000 yard stare and an air about you.
I'd love to help. Anything to clean the streets of that wreck.
That's great. So brave and so heroic.
She runs long pink nails up and down your arm. Subtle. Very subtle. Ah,
The woman who sells this junk to our friend Robert does it out of the Sunset Apartments. Deal with them. We'll reward you handsomely for doing such a great job.
okay, hopefully we can do at least that without going on a separate mission. Larry! Completely hammered and smiling slightly to himself, a well-dressed man stands here watching the swaying and gyrating dancers. He slowly turns to you as you approach and looks you up and down, with the same crooked smile on his lips. Hey, are you cool? Yes, I'm cool. If you say so, but if you have to say it out loud, then you ain't cool in my book. But you, I know you, Smiley. Goodrak says you're cool, so I'll take his word for it. He's pretty cool after all. You enjoyed in club? Cool. Not my scene. Then why you here, chummer? You must be here on business then. You're looking for something special. I've got something special for the cool people. Drugs. Not a bad investment. The quickness +2 and action point +1 for 5 rounds. That's a fantastic buff to have. Actually buy one. Don't like these. Kamikaze. Well, body +2. Extra help when you need it, but jazz makes a lot more sense. What? Brain more. Two intense-looking Shadowrunners are chatting quietly as you walk up. One is a cybered-up street samurai and the other is a combat mage. They critically check you and your gear out as you stop to talk. Oi, chummer. What's the good work from the shadows? A fellow runner, or just a troublemaker? Brain, what's your read on this guy? Brain's eyes roll back and you feel a slight tingle across your skin. Yeah, he's legit. There's a cloud over this one and lines of probability extend out from all over him. This may be the one we need. He turns back to you. We're looking for help on a run. You're looking for work. What's the job? Glad to see you're interested. One moment while I isolate our conversation. He twists his hands in the air and the sound of the club is suddenly muffled. Right, to business. We've been contracted out to do a hit on an illicit Yakuza chop shop in the outskirts of Seattle. Their competitors want to put a stop to their new production facility. Considering what they are producing there, I'm all for it. It's some real sick wreck. experimenting on new pseudo-cybernetic implants, sort of like bioengineered limbs rather than all metal and synthetic materials. They've been taking part from people to use, live people, chopping them up and harvesting their limbs and organs. I've seen the chop shop while scoping it out. Screaming people get dragged in, nothing but chunks come out. For once, this is a job I feel good about, and it pays well, which is a great bonus. What's the payoff? We'll split the payoff with you. We've been contracted for 3,500. We'll throw you half of that. We bring a body as backup because this is gonna be a tough run. With a straight up smash and crash. Break into the perimeter, kill anything that moves, and find the scientists doing the experiments and ice them. Security won't be skimped on, but we have a little trick to help even the odds. We've got a jammer we'll use on the way in. It should disrupt communications outside the facility and make it easier to fight our way inside. There's also an alternative method if you want to pursue it. We could try to get some disguises made up. It'll cost us 1,000, but it should get us past the other guards. The real target is the scientist, everything else is gravy. The outfitter in the mall can make custom designs, I guess you could say. If you want to try to be sneaky, this is the way to go, and we'll split the cost for them evenly. Either way, we can probably use a decker for this run. I'll leave it up to you if you want to hire one, or if you can handle it yourself, or just don't simply care. But I'm guessing security inside the facility will be tight, and a decker can help there. I'm not gonna go with disguises. Smash and crash. Sounds good to us. Scene transition. More optional missions. But we have two that don't seem to require this. One is to help the shaman and one is to deal with the BTL dealers. So let's get on then. I'd like to wrap at least one of them, if not both, and we can focus on the more involved missions. BTL dealers.